Here is the Democratic Republic of Cyprus, an island in the eastern Mediterranean Sea with a population of approximately 1 million. Cyprus joined the European Union in May 2004 and subsequently proceeded to become a part of Eurozone in January 2008. In 2004, Cyprus received the largest number of applications from asylum seekers, while the years that followed EU accession, with the exemption of 2007, numbers dropped significantly, according to the head of the Asylum Service at the Ministry of Interior, Magis Polidorou. Polidorou said that according to available data, in 2004 the service received 9,872 applications, whereas today, in February 2014, there were only 200 applicants. The pending applications before the Asylum Service right now stand at 1,127. Only less than 10% of all applicants in the past decades have been granted the refugee status in Cyprus. The Asylum Service began examining applications in 2002, a job that was carried out by the UNHCR, United Nations High Commission for the Refugees. The number of recognized refugees who have uprooted their lives in Cyprus for the past 10 to 20 years is rather small, but almost none of them have been granted Cypriot permanent residency permits, and the prospects of receiving national identity in Cyprus is non-existent at this point.
I'm Mehta Jafari, and now 14 years I'm living in Cyprus. I'm recognized refugees from 2002.
Από 1994 ήρθαμε στην Κύπρο.
My name is Hassan Kashilu. I'm from Iran. I'm a recognized refugee since 2005.
ήρθα Κύπρο.
Έχει 16 χρόνια που είμαι Κύπρο.
My name is Abbas Islamdous. I am a refugee 2002.
2000 μας αναγνώρισαν σαν πρόσφυγας από την Περσία.
My name is Ali Bidat. I've been a refugee in Cyprus since 2001. I've been accepted as a refugee in 2002.
Με λένε Μάρια, έχω γεννηθεί στην Κύπρο.
My name is Nader. I am a recognized refugee and I have been living in Cyprus almost 15 years.
These recognized refugees have no real permanent or indefinite permit of residency in Cyprus, thus feeling intimidated and insecure. The alien book that is given to asylum seekers is not a formal and legal document that would be used as an ID. Therefore, it has no legal value. Moreover, the piece of paper that represents the recognized refugee's permit of stay in Cyprus is a mere pink slip that simply reads, "This permit is granted to enable the holder to remain in the Republic temporarily for employment purposes, and it may be revoked at any time by giving 14 days prior notice to the holder. This permit is automatically cancelled and shall be considered invalid if the holder ceases to be employed as specified above or stays abroad for a period longer than 3 months. An application for an extension of this permit must be submitted at least 1 month before its expiry date." Recognized refugees do not possess a passport of their country of origin. Their passports are often seized by the authorities in Cyprus. The pink slip is suitable and aimed for third country workers in Cyprus, yet it is granted to recognized refugees. Other EU member states do not recognize this letter as a legal residency permit in the European Union, and therefore recognized refugees of Cyprus cannot seek employment in other EU member states. They cannot attend European universities as residents of the European Union member states because their nationality remains elusive. The traveling document granted to recognized refugees does not comply with EU regulations, and it is not biometric. It is looked upon as a forged document, and other EU states are highly suspicious of this document when recognized refugees intend to enter another EU state. Due to lack of compliance with the traveling document characteristics, many countries that are parties to the Geneva Convention of 1951 refuse entry of recognized refugees from Cyprus. ID cards issued for refugees in Cyprus have been cancelled. Public organs and offices do not recognize individuals without an ID card. Children born to recognized refugees are not provided with a Cypriot ID or birth certificate that could legally be used.
Και αποκτήσαμε ως τώρα 4 παιδιά.
I have a daughter. When we came to Cyprus, she was just 6 years old, and now she's in high school. And when she wants to go to university, she has to go abroad because some of the courses are not available in Cyprus. And in all European countries, they consider her as Persian, not European. So all the fees, all the rules, everything is like third country, not European.
Άμα θέλω να πάω μέσα σε καμιά ομάδα να παίξω μαπά δεν μπορώ, αλλά μου ότι πρέπει να έχω επικότητα και γι' αυτό δεν μπορώ να κάνω τίποτα.
Having a child born in Cyprus, but she or he has no identity, no state, and all of recognized refugees in Cyprus have the same problem like me.
Και 4 παιδιά μου όλα γεννημένος στην Κύπρο και έχω μισθοποιητικό γεννήσιο. Όμως, δυστυχώς, παιδιά μου δεν έχουν καθόλου δικαιώματα όπως έχουν Κυπραίοι.
I have 2 children, but I came in Cyprus 2000 and I recognized 2003. And I have my daughter born Cyprus, but she don't have any nationality. And when he want to go for some for test and exam, want for ID card, but she don't have nothing.
I have 2 sons, one 10 and one 18.
Μιλώ την ελληνική γλώσσα καλύτερα. Για εξετάσεις στον αγγλικό μου χρειαζόμουν τη ταυτότητα, όλες τις φίλες μου το είχαν. Εγώ δεν έχω καμία υπηκότητα για να δείξω ότι είμαι υπηκός της Κύπρου.
With the economic crisis at its peak in 2013, many recognized refugees lost their jobs. They remain without state support and jobs. They cannot leave Cyprus and work in other EU member states, even if they have found employers, because they do not have permanent residency permits within EU. In order to obtain permanent residence permits and/or Cypriot nationality, many refugees have married EU nationals for convenience. Others have divorced their spouses to marry a European national.
Θυμάσαι πριν, δηλαδή, εγώ να ρωτήσω πώς μπορούμε να μπούμε έξω, εσύ δηλαδή Ευρωβουλευτή. Και θέλουμε να ρωτήσουμε πώς πρέπει να κάνουμε τούτον, Ζουλία.
Many recognized refugees suffering in Cyprus due to uncertainty and lack of state support have fled Cyprus with forged passports and documents, changed identities, in order to become asylum seekers in other EU member states and/or countries outside of the European Union. The Cypriot authorities and refugee aid workers encourage marriages of convenience.
Αλλά θέλω να ξέρω κάτι. Εμείς θέλουμε να φύγουμε από Κύπρο. Ναι, δεν μπορεί, ξέρω. Αλλά τι μπορούμε να κάνουμε εμείς και μπορούμε να φύγουμε για πάντα από Κύπρο. Ξέρεις, καλώς, είσαστε πολύ καλός άνθρωπος. Αλλά για μας δεν περνάμε καλά ζωή μας.
Για να φύγεις για πάντα από την Κύπρο, μόνη χώρα που μπορεί να πάει είναι το Ιράν.
Ξέρω το. Αλλά δεν μπορούμε να πούμε, είμαστε recognized.
Άρα δεν μπορεί να φύγεις από την Κύπρο για πάντα. Το μόνο που μπορεί να κάνεις είναι να περιμένεις να πιέσεις το citizenship.
Despite the fact that about 95% of European funds are dedicated to refugee and asylum seeker support in Cyprus, many live in poverty and horrible detention conditions in Cyprus. Prisoners for their visa issues and legal status in Cyprus commit suicide as they face suppression and discrimination. Other young recognized refugees have committed suicide as a result of their bleak futures in Cyprus. A large number of recognized refugees in Cyprus are educated and skilled workers. The public in Cyprus discriminates foreigners and refugees residing in Cyprus. This has intensified after the economic crisis began in late 2012. Despite the fact that recognized refugees enjoy the same rights as nationals of Cyprus in theory, in practice, they are victims of malfunctions in the governmental organs, shortcomings of their labor office, and discrimination by Cypriot employers who prefer to employ Cypriots and EU nationals despite adequate qualification of recognized refugees. Every person who have lived in Cyprus as a recognized refugee has one untold story of how they have been so far treated in Cyprus and lost precious years of their lives on this island, like prisoners with no open doors to escape through for a better life.
Και θέλει πολλά μωρά να πάει στρατό με το παιδιά να προστατεύει το Κύπρο. Λαλή Κύπρο είναι πατρίδα μου, αφού μεγάλωσε στην Κύπρο, γεννήθηκε στην Κύπρο. Και στοιχώς έπια με Λεμεσόν, ρώτησα με στην γραφείο για στρατό, είπα εσύ, όχι, λόγος δεν έχει υπηκότητα, έμπορη. Και μαράδωσε μωρό. Λόγος ήθελε να κάνει παρέα με το φίλος του να πάει για να κάνει κάτι στην Κύπρο.
Nobody cared about us. I lost my finger here in Cyprus for nothing, in my job. Not my job, I worked with my boss, but they didn't care about my finger and I lost it.
I don't have any identity, I don't have any estate, since they didn't give me any permanent resident. We have a temporary resident every 3 years. This residence is extended, but we don't have any permanent resident.
I need for my children know where is what have life for after, because now near 15 more than 15 years I don't have any nationality and I don't know I can stay in Cyprus or no.
The day that we became recognized refugee, they told us that all our rights would be like Cypriot, but in fact it's not. And wherever we go, they consider us as foreigner. They want different things that they don't ask those from Cypriots.
Που το 2000 πληρώνουν κοινωνικές ασφαλίσεις και στο 2006 ζητήσαμε για να πάρουμε υπηκότητα, εγώ και τα παιδιά μου. Στο 2013 μας απόρριψαν χωρίς λόγος.
When we go to the bank, we see we are different. They say you are foreigner, you cannot do these things. When we go for the driving license, they say you are different. When we go to the CETA, they say to us you are different because you are foreigner. Anywhere we go, we see we are different with the Cypriot people, but they say you are the same Cypriot.
Έπιασαν τηλέφωνο, λέει, ελάτε στην τράπεζα. Έπια, λέει, είσαστε από το Ιράν, δικαιούσε και έσπασε κάρτα μπροστά. Εμένα και η κόρη μου. Κύπρο τράπεζα.
Και εμένα έκυρισε δευτέρη μου. Και εμένα έκυρισε δευτέρη μου.
Είμαστε recognized refugee, ούτε μπορούμε να ανοίξουμε το λογαριασμό τράπεζα.
I applied for Cypriot nationality in 2007, February 2007. Almost 7 years and 3 months passed and nothing happened. Even they didn't call me for interview or call me and talk about what I need, what should I do. You know, 15 years is a life, and as a refugee, recognized refugee, I don't know yet should I do something, go to another country, or can I stay here?
Here is Cyprus, the island of Mediterranean paradise that attracts foreign investors to commit to invest over 3 million euros in Cyprus and obtain citizenship within 3 years, while imprisoning and keeping recognized refugees without legal identities and denying them the chance of being a permanent resident of Cyprus. The criteria that must be met in order for a foreign legal resident of Cyprus to obtain permanent residency is strictly for immigrant workers and excludes recognized refugees. As a result, applicants are rejected on first instance. But hope dies last. And as we strive to voice our needs and struggles, we seek and plead for international human rights organizations and the European Union, as well as the Democratic Republic of Cyprus, to help us achieve our rights and flourish as rightful and fruitful members of the society we live in today.